Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Stephen Mangan.
Hello, good evening. A very warm welcome to the British Academy Television Craft Awards in 2015. Awards which recognise and celebrate the skills of British television talent. This year's programmes feature a thrilling mix of sport, sex and murder. But only Strictly Come Dancing managed to combine all three. Where to begin? Dramas, comedies, documentaries, game shows. The nominated programmes are so diverse and varied, it's hard to know where to start. And anyway, frankly, comparisons are odious. Art is lightning in a bottle, a thing of delicacy. How can tonight's nominees be compared or contrasted without sinking to meaningless value judgments? That said, totally shitting on the competition with 5 nominations, it's Penny Dreadful. Yes! Good old Penny. I was at drama school with her. It's nice to see her doing so well. Who could fail to enjoy this moody, Victorian, Gothic TV show with wolves, with Helen McCrory lying in a bath full of blood, with Frankenstein and Dorian Gray, and with wolves? Did I mention the wolves? I really like wolves. Between this and Game of Thrones, it's boom time for wolf wranglers everywhere. Penny Dreadful exists in a demi-monde, a half-world between reality and the supernatural, or Tufnell Park, as we'd call it. So, Penny Dreadful leads the nominations table with 5. There are only 2 shows with 4 nominations each. The Honourable Woman stars Maggie Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal trying to promote reconciliation between the Israelis and the Palestinians by connecting the West Bank with fibre optic cables. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, I've waited a long time for a good drama about fibre optic cables, and this one certainly delivered. Also with 4 nominations is Life and Death Row. Congratulations. It's a 3-part documentary series telling the story of capital punishment through the eyes of young people whose lives have been shaped by it. And this powerful documentary was easily the most depressing thing on BBC 3 that night. And that's saying something. Now, the shows with 3 nominations. First up, Da Vinci's Demons. Yes, the racy tale of one of Italy's most famous all-rounders. Now, you might have thought that Da Vinci's demons were the burden of genius, the struggle with beauty, and the daily concealment of a scandalous relationship with his male apprentice. But you'd be wrong. According to this epic from the network Stars, Leonardo da Vinci was absolutely mad for minge. Their words, not mine. And that apparently was why he invented the helicopter. What woman wouldn't drop him for a man in a flying machine? Look at Christian Grey. Peaky Blinders has 3 nominations. And like Penny Dreadful, it also has Helen McCrory in it, but this time there is no lounging around in a bath full of blood. Thank you very much. Here, she's a tough pragmatist who long ago made peace with the family's criminal activities and is now the voice of caution to Tommy's grand schemes for expansion. And I absolutely promise I didn't just cut and paste that from the official website. Also with 3 nominations, Strictly Come Dancing, in which Helen McCrory chops Anton Dubek to pieces with a fork and smears his entrails all over her naked body. Probably. I haven't watched Strictly Come Dancing for a while. Ever since they fired a gurning Russell Grant out of a cannon, I've wondered whether the show was strictly about the dancing. But many congratulations to them on their multiple nominations. Despite my trying to get it dropped as a category because I find it so hard to say, this year they're again awarding a BAFTA for digital creativity. But as Maggie Gyllenhaal hasn't yet arranged superfast broadband to my house, I haven't been able to see any of the nominated shows yet. So let's not dwell on the sordid online world, but turn our attention to shows that might one day employ me. In the last few years, our screens have been dominated, at least as far as drama goes, with heavy-hitting foreign imports. But 2014 saw a magnificent counter-thrust by some spectacular homegrown British drama. So shove it up your arse, The Sopranos, The Wire and The West Wing. Suck a big one, Wallander, Borgen and The Bridge. And if that sounds like jingoistic patriotism, then you're right. This was a truly amazing year for British drama. And bizarrely, there were even a few shows that weren't about abducted children or murdered women. So to be shortlisted in such a strong year is a fantastic achievement. Congratulations to Sally Wainwright, Jed Mercurio, Peter Bowker and Dennis Kelly. And when I said earlier about them being people that might one day employ me, I was, of course, only joking. Finally, and this is something from my own personal experience, I say it every year, absolutely every year, please don't fret over winning or losing. You don't need to win an award to validate yourself as a human being. Not winning an award doesn't mean you're a bad person, okay? It just means you're not very good at your job. So, here we go, the Craft BAFTAs 2015. The first award of the evening is for costume design. And with the evening already 7 centimeters dilated, it's time to call the midwife. Please welcome, fresh from running the London Marathon this morning. Yes, I will be amazed if she can walk on stage without using a stick. It's Helen George.
No stick. Costume designers are astonishing craftsmen and women. And the work of those nominated this evening is one of the very highest caliber. Now let's take a look at them.
Amy Roberts, Scylla.
As lonely as I can feel alright. Some of the girls are shipping like a honey. It's swinging down. Some of the girls are taking my life just like I'm gonna now. Some of the girls now is taking my love away from me. Oh, now I'm the lonely one. As lonely as I can feel alright.
I was driving my master and mistress home. We were attacked by a bandit. He said his name was Athos. He shot them both.
Is this your assailant?
Phoebe de Gay, The Musketeers.
Yes, I believe so. He wore the same uniform.
Oh, this is a mockery of justice.
There is not a word of truth in this. These men are
The
mistaken.
Musketeers are not above the law.
Gabriella Pascucci, Penny Dreadful.
Gentlemen, please remove your jewelry.
What's going on?
Ladies, please remove your gloves.
Believe we're about to commune with the spirit.
Please, join hands.
Vicky Gill, Strictly Come Dancing.
And the BAFTA goes to Phoebe de Gay for the Musketeers.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm very, very honoured, especially when I think of all the wonderful designers who've received one of these before. And I'd like to thank all the people that made it possible for me to work on this great programme, people that gave me the job and believed in me, gave me the opportunity, and all my collaborators, my wonderful collaborators who helped me with it. Thank you so much. I'm very pleased.
Congratulations to Amy. I asked her if that was her screaming. She said, no, it was my agent. The next two awards have been edited together because they are the awards for editing, both factual and fiction. To present them, two actors from the hugely successful sex and tin mining epic Poldark. It's Heather Reed and Jack Farthing.
The first of these two awards is for editing factual. Editing is a painstaking process, but the hours and hours spent in an edit suite are more than worth it when the end results are as brilliant as tonight's nominees. Let's take a look at them.
I understand about family loyalty, but if you're prepared to do that kind of time for him, you're a good guy. That's going to be no wife, no kids for a while.
Ben Brown, 24 hours in police custody.
Risk all that over a bit of Romeo and Juliet. Really?
No comment.
Okay.
What symbolises vulnerability in many ways better than a pot?
Jake Martin, Grayson Perry, who are you?
If Chris wouldn't show any cracks in his persona, my portrait certainly would. I'd been making portraits about power, about fame, and about religion.
The offender will walk out and go into the execution chamber. There's a small step that they'll get up and then get on the gurney. And
Rupert Houseman, life and death row execution.
A special team will then come in and insert the IVs into the individual's arms. Once all of that is up and operational, then the witnesses are brought in. The door is shut.
You said, I've got something for you, the roll of film. I thought, it's the last thing we'll ever see of Deborah.
Ben Stark, Tsunami, Survivors' Stories.
That was, I mean, where did that come from? Heaven? You can't look at it as though it's just a bunch of photographs. It isn't. It's the last bunch of photographs you'll ever see.
And the BAFTA goes to Jake Martin for Grayson Perry, Who Are You?
Wow, thanks a lot. I'm quite thrilled. I got to thank Neil Crombie, the director, Joe Evans, everyone at Swan, and of course Grayson. That's it. Thanks a lot.
The second editing award is for editing fiction. Editing drama is also an intense, time-consuming process, but get it right and the story you're telling will genuinely fizz and enthrall all who watch it. Let's take a look at tonight's nominations.
You're under arrest. You're going to prison.
Steve Singleton, The Fall.
In what sense are you free?
I live at a level of intensity unknown to you and others of your type. You will never know the almost godlike power that I feel when that last bit of breath leaves a body. That feeling of complete possession.
Yes, you felt empowered. Invincible, even. But you're under arrest. I want my boy.
Jason Krasucki, The Honourable Woman.
No, he's this. He has a mother already. You gave him to her.
I want him back.
Too late. Live with it.
I'll come back for him.
I don't think so.
I do.
Una Niganila, The Missing.
C'est Julien Baptiste, est-ce que quelqu'un...
Jan Miles, Sherlock.
Sherlock. We're losing you. Sherlock.
Come on, Sherlock. Just die, why can't you? One little push. Oh, if you pop.
And the BAFTA goes to Jan Miles for Sherlock.
Well, there's a little spot where you put it here, look. Wow, that's amazing. I haven't got one of these before, so this is very, very special. I'm going to thank the BBC, Hartswood Films, Stephen Moffat for a great script, Nick Hurren, who's an amazing director, everybody, the sound, the picture, the costume, everybody, and Charlie Phillips, who's the editor who originated the Sherlock shows, who's such a great guy. He's not here tonight. This is for Charlie. Thank you, BAFTA. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
To present the BAFTA for Special Visual and Graphic Effects, the star of Where the Heart Is, Demons and Trinity, it's Christian Cook.
Good evening, all. The dedication, stamina, and above all, the talent of the artists who create the effects we see on our screens is breathtaking, much like the finished products of their work. Let's take a look.
To watch close up the way the bats achieved their million-strong mass departure, I'm being hauled up 200 feet into the funnel.
Colossus Productions' Vision 3 Zoo VFX. David Attenborough's Conquest of the Skies 3D.
At the top, there is a gaping hole. And now the bats are preparing to leave.
Vine FX, Colin Gorry, Atlantis. scene, Ripper Street.
You have replaced every piece of yourself, mechanical and organic, time and time again. There's not a trace of the original you left. You probably can't even remember where you got that face from.
Milk VFX, Real SFX, BBC Wales VFX, Doctor Who.
It cannot end. It has to. You know it does. There's only one way out. Self-destruction is against my basic program. And murder is against mine.
And the winner is Milk VFX, Real SFX, BBC Wales VFX for Doctor Who.
Thank you very much indeed. There's a lot of us on stage because it takes a lot of people to create sequences like the one you just saw. We would very much like to thank the production, Stephen Moffat, Tracy Simpson, Nikki Wilson, and Brian Minchin, and Neris Davis. And we'd very much like to thank the director, Ben Wheatley. It was an absolute pleasure to work with him on making this. And also the actor, Peter Ferdinando. He put up with a lot to make the half-faced man work. He was absolutely fantastic. Laurie?
Yeah. Well, there is a little bit of masking tape there to put him in. I'd like to thank all our guys at Milk VFX, Jenna Powell, my producer for the last 4 years, whose life I've probably made a misery. But she's a tough girl, she'll get over it. Sam Lucas, Dave Bennett, Neil Roche, Amy Lloyd, Dave Jones, Darren Byford, Jamie Stewart, Moxie, Luca, and again, Ben Wheatley, who made it such an enjoyable process to go through. And also, I have to say my wife, otherwise she said, if you don't mention me, you're not coming home tonight. And my daughter Izzy, and Molly, and an old friend of mine, Big Mick. Thank you very much.
I'm from Millennium Effects, and we did the prosthetic work on the half-face man, so we did the prosthetic makeup effects on Peter Ferdinando. We also built the animatronic puppet that Milk used as their reference for the VFX. I'd like to thank Neil Gorton and Rob Mayer, who are the managers of Millennium Effects instead of the company, but also all the wonderful team back at our workshop, all the amazing artists, engineers, and technicians who we had working on the show for us. Thank you.
Sorry, I won't be very long, don't worry. I'm Danny, I'm the physical effects supervisor for Doctor Who, and I just want to say a big thank you to my team, my wife, and my family, and everything. So thank you very much. Thank you.
I'd just like to thank all my crew who worked incredibly hard on the show, and also for Millennium, who did a fantastic job on the half-faced man.
Right, the next award is for Breakthrough Talent, sponsored by Sarah Putt Associates, and to present it, an inspirational woman who's done so much to encourage and support new talent. Please welcome the entrepreneur, Jo Malone.
Good evening. There are two aspects to this award. Not only have you got to break through in one of the most competitive industries there is, but you have to have the talent to back it up. No mean feat, which is why I have the utmost respect for all of tonight's fantastic nominees. Let's take a look at them.
if they ring and they ask, oh, what sort of person is Ryan? What am I going to say?
Mark Williamson, The Last Chance School.
He's all right, but he's rude and abusive. He threatens people, he swears a lot.
I've come to school to fucking sort out my life.
Right.
Everyone thinks if you fix something again, you're going to do it again and again and again. You don't!
Right.
You fucking don't!
We can't lie, Ryan.
It's not our behaviour that's causing this issue. Whose behaviour is causing this issue?
Mine.
Right.
تشريح انزل هذا انزل ساعد بابا.
Marcel Metal-Sifun, Children on the Front Line.
المكتب انزل نقبلك ما وصلنا القنابل انه لما الصدايا هو بصنعاء.
What about Jasmine? I mean, she loves him to bits. She really wanted her to grow up thinking that this is not why I'm a good mum. She doesn't see anything, it's not... Come on, Ash. She's in the house.
Regina Moriarty, Murdered by My Boyfriend.
It's not like that. I mean, most of the time I'm starting it, I'll wind him up. I hit him too. I'm sorry, no.
Hey. You killed that kid.
Chris Lunt, Prey.
And the BAFTA goes to Mark Williamson for The Last Chance School.
Thank you so much. It's a wonderful surprise to be up here. It was a real honour just to be nominated, so thank you. The Last Chance School was a really rewarding film to make, and I'd like to thank everyone who was involved in it, and especially the school and the boys who welcomed us in as they did. The film was made as part of the First Cut strand, so it's a fantastic opportunity for new filmmakers. So I'm really, really grateful to Channel 4 for helping me there and also with their continued support. This means a lot to me. So, I've been really impressed with the whole industry, actually, and everyone's continuing support for new filmmakers, and BAFTA as well. I was very lucky to be named a BAFTA Breakthrough Brit earlier this year, which has given me the opportunity to be mentored by some amazing people, and they've all given their time to me. So, I'm really, really grateful, and just want to thank my wife as well, who's the producer, who's very pregnant at the moment. She's going to give birth in about 4 weeks' time. So, I hope I haven't caused it early, Emma. I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
We now come to the first of tonight's 3 Directors' Awards. This one is sponsored by London Studios and is for Director Multicamera. And to present the award, a multi-talented actor and comedian, the sublime Doon McKeon.
Multi-camera direction is one of the most challenging directorial jobs known to man, and occasionally women. The director literally has to be in 5 places at once. How do they do it? Let's take a look at these glorious multitaskers.
I'm too sexy for my hat, too sexy for my hat, what to think about that?
Chris Power, Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway.
What I mean, I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk, on the catwalk.
I shake my little booty on the catwalk.
No! Everybody knows it.
This reminds me of my childhood.
Oh. Ben Kellett, Mrs. Brown's Boys.
And my mammy whipping the cream. Just wonderful. I used to stand beside my mammy and hope that when she'd finished whipping the cream, she'd let me lick the whisk.
Go on, Father.
Arteta to Wilshere, tucked into Sonogo, might come for Giroud. Little back heel, Ramsey!
Paul McNamara, 2014 FA Cup Final.
Aaron Ramsey fires them into the lead for the first time in the cup final. Second half of extra time. And the long wait may nearly be over.
A brilliant finish.
70 years ago today, on the 6th of June, 1944, the course of history was changed.
Right here, just under 29,000 troops landed.
Directing team, D-Day 70, The Heroes Return.
We will remember them.
You could hardly see a thing of smoke. You didn't know where you were half the time.
I've always wanted to say this. And the BAFTA goes to Paul McNamara for the 2014 FA Cup Final.
Thank you. Gosh. I didn't expect that. Thank you very much. Thank you to BAFTA. Thank you to everyone at ITV Sport Production. We had 6 fantastic years doing the FA Cup and we enjoyed every moment of it, and it's lovely to get some recognition for it. I'd like to thank Arena Broadcasting Services for everything they did on the OB, all the camera crew. And lastly, I'd like to thank Hull and Arsenal, because without them, without a great game, you couldn't direct something. And I'd like particularly to thank Aaron Ramsey, who scored the final goal, for running to the steady cam, which was, you know, if he'd run the other way, then I'm sure somebody else would be up here tonight. So thank you very much. Thank you.
We now come to the award for original music, sponsored by The Farm. And to introduce the nominations, comedian and star of the BBC Three sitcom Uncle, but the irony being that once BBC Three goes online, your uncle won't be able to find it, it's Nick Helm.
There's a reason why music is played when tonight's winners walk up to receive their award. It creates an atmosphere. It lifts and rouses and can define the moment. Now, imagine creating something that does that for an entire show, and you'll have some idea of the astonishing talent of tonight's nominees. Let's look at and listen to their work.
John Lunn, Downton Abbey.
It's too thrilling you've come.
Welcome.
Hope is a wonderful thing, but never lie to yourself.
Richard Spiller, Life and Death Row Execution.
tell you what I saw. A kid trying to be strong for his family.
Abel Korjanowski, Penny Dreadful.
Who exactly are you looking for? Someone very dear to me who's been taken.
Martin Phipps, The Honourable Woman.
And the BAFTA goes to Abel Korjanowski. Abel can't be here tonight. To pick up the award on his behalf, please welcome the executive producer of the show, Pippa Harris.
Blimey, that's heavy. Thank you very much indeed. Sadly, Abel couldn't be here tonight because he's working. But he's hugely, hugely grateful, and he sent me, via technology, a speech which I'm now going to read. Thank you, the Academy. It is a great, great honour. Thank you to John Logan, Juan Antonio Bayona, and Ava Green for inviting me into the demi-monde and providing me with constant and utterly terrifying inspiration. To Mina and to Sheila Hocking, Seth Kaplan, and Christine Russell for making all of it possible. And to Showtime, Sky, and Neil Street for spectacular, lovingly nurtured production. Thank you. Thank you very much.